tuning into Checkered Nation. I am Mark, the host. This is Kevin.
Hello.
Kevin, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great.
Did you have a good week, Kevin?
Yes, I sure did.
Right on. And this is our guest. She is the wedding planner. Her name is Katy. Katy, how are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful.
And thank you for joining us.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Sure, thank you. And this is our other co-host, Michelle.
Hi.
Michelle, how are you doing?
I'm doing good.
That's good. Did you have a good week?
Yes, I did.
Okay, that's good. And this is our special co-host. This is Jelanie. Jelanie, how are you doing today?
I'm okay.
In your week, how's your week been?
It's all right.
All right.
It's better now.
There we go. Good attitude. Okay, well, we're going to get down to business here. Okay. So, Katy, tell us what's involved. What's the first step in planning?
Well, the first step would be to actually hire a wedding planner such as
Okay.
me. Now, I'm not saying that for commercial purposes. Honestly, what happens is when you have a wedding planner, that person is going to sit you down and we're going to go over all the steps of what you need to do,
Okay.
how much work you want the planner to do or not do.
Okay.
And the planner knows people.
Okay.
They know who is reliable or not.
Okay.
And they know what they're going to charge if it's in your budget or not. And a lot of the vendors that I work with, as soon as they hear that I'm involved, they will give a discount.
Okay.
And so a lot of times those discounts will end up paying for most of my bill.
Wow.
So I'm not really an added expense on a lot of levels.
Okay.
Not to mention it's just going to make you're going to be so much more peaceful because I'm going to hold your hand through the whole thing anyway.
Right on.
And so.
Okay. Right on. So tell me this. Now, let's say if someone is looking to get married, let's say a year from now, how soon should they come to you?
I'm actually the very first person they should come to.
Okay.
And I can do it, I can take the panic brides, I can, the last second brides, I can take the ones that are planning a couple years out.
Okay.
But reality is I'm the first one that they want to come to. I'm going to know what venues are going to match their personalities and their goals. I'm actually going to give the bride and groom an assignment, or the groom and groom or bride and bride or whatever it is, But I'm going to give them an assignment, and it's going to tell me what it is that they envision as their wedding day, and how they want to spend their money.
All right.
So there's actually two assignments there. One is each of them writes down a list of 5 things that they see as their wedding day. They don't get to share the list. Because at the consult that I do, we'll trade the lists, and their promise is to make sure at least 3 things happens off the list for the other person.
Wow.
Oh,
That's
okay.
their
Oh,
gift,
wow.
okay?
Okay.
And that really tells me, does it need to be indoors, outdoors? Is there a theme? It's going to give me a lot of direction that way. What's important? Family, alcohol, music. All kinds of stuff. Then I'm going to give them an exercise together where they actually rank all the different elements, 1 through 5, 1 through 10, whatever. Is it the DJ? Is it the food? Is it the cake? What are the most important things to you?
Okay.
And let's rank those because that's how we're going to spend our money.
Okay.
Right
on. Okay, tell me this. I know we actually talked a little bit before this started show.
Yeah.
Tell me this. Since the gay marriage thing has passed, have you seen? No, turn tie. Have you seen an increase in?
I haven't yet.
Okay.
I've been a little bit surprised.
Okay.
What I've seen is that everybody's kind of holding back until the election
Okay.
to see if this is really for real. The ones who were just going to do it jumped on the bandwagon. They all ran down to the courthouse the next day.
Okay.
Those
Wow.
people are done. Okay. There's a lot of people who I've had my commitment ceremony already. They're okay with just being there. They, some want to take the next step, some don't. So that's fine too. But they're not banging down the door. The other problem is that we're doing this in some of the worst economic times since the Great
Right.
Depression.
Yeah.
So having the money this year to do a wedding is really tough.
Right.
So if November passes, then everybody right now I'm sure is saving up in anticipation of November passing,
Right.
and we'll go from there. So I think next year is going to go crazy.
You know something? I'm not dating anyone right now, but like Jelanie here, she's single as well. I can't wait till I get married so I could come to you with my partner and
Thank
have
you.
you do my wedding. It's something I find myself whenever I'm listening to love songs, I find myself just dreaming. Oh, I can't wait till one day I could hire someone to do my wedding, a wedding planner to plan my wedding and, share this information with
Thank
my
you.
honey. I know Jelani's dreaming about the same day.
I can't wait.
Me too.
I can't. I cannot wait to get married. I really can't. But what I wanted to ask you was, as far as the cost, can we touch a little bit on that?
Last year the average, and I have to put this in quotation marks, the average wedding was $28,000. That was kind of a nationwide and even region-wide cost. Now that meant that's, if you took all the high end, all the low end, that's where it fell in the middle. Now what I'm hearing from other sources is that the majority of the brides are much lower than there, like 15,000, 18,000 right in there. But you have so many high end, the 50 and the 60,000,
Right.
that it skews it. All you need is one really good, $100,000 wedding that gets on Platinum Brides or something, and that's going to skew the whole table. So that's kind of what I'm hearing. This year, those numbers are going way down. So,
Are you finding that you can do a wedding at a really low cost? Can you have some of the things you want at a budgeted cost?
What happens is when you do that, you can. I did my daughter's wedding last year for $7,000.
Okay.
And we expected a couple hundred people there. So to do that, the problem is when you do that, you are taking some risks. You have to be willing to have the day from hell to do that. And you're not going to have a wedding planner more than likely to do that. Because it's going to cost a couple thousand just for the wedding planner.
Is it a couple? That's how much it is for your services.
Me personally, I have flat rates. A wedding planner is going to charge by the hour, by percentage of the entire package, or a flat rate. And I do flat rate because I just hate math. So I have 3 different packages. I can do the, oh my God, I don't have time for anything. Here's my vision, go make it happen. I have the, I really want to plan my own wedding, but I need someone to hold my hand through the process. That's where most of the brides go. And then I have the week of package only.
And what are your price ranges?
Right now they're 3, 2, and 1,000.
Okay.
But because most of your work is on the week of anyway. All that last minute putting together and
really
packing,
good.
and I've got a lot of things that I do outside of the norm of most wedding planners.
Okay.
And so that's why mine is a little more expensive than some for a weekend.
What do you do if a couple comes to you? They really want to get married. They're very motivated, but this person wants this kind of wedding, and that person wants that kind of a wedding. Do you sit
That's why
down
we
with
do.
them and-
My first consults are usually an hour and a half. Partly because we have so much fun, but that's why we do the list. Because what the bride is getting through the magazines is, this is your day, and it's anything that you want. And the guy usually says, honey, well, for starters, girls have been practicing this since we were 2 with our little Barbie dolls.
right.
Guys, not so much, okay? So for the guy, it's like, honey, anything you want, just tell me what to wear and what time to be there. It's not celebrating him. And so what I do is I make them actually sit down, do that list. Here's what he sees as his 5. Here's what she sees as her 5. They trade the list, and that way they have to celebrate each other.
Oh, wow.
And it really brings it all out for both of them that day. And nothing on those lists are too weird. My kids mechanical bull in karaoke, and we had the time of our lives.
Now, have you ever had it where you had 2 divas? Where, I mean, in a lot of probably gay marriages, it's always 2 divas.
There's always divas. There's this whole bridezilla factor that we'll talk about later, and that's what the diva thing is all about.
Well, we're gonna take a quick little break, a little commercial break, and we will be back in probably 60 seconds. Thank you.